take to rejuvenate a lake? What are the measures you have been taking?
If you mean how do you go about the whole
Yes,
thing?
that's what I'm asking.
First of all, you must absolutely want the lake to be restored. Second, don't wait for someone else to take the lead. You take the lead. People will join you. Have faith in yourself. You can do it.
If you go to our website, we have given all the contacts, not just of PNLIT members, but also important officers in the BBMP or the LDA or the BDA. You can contact them. Find out who is responsible for your particular lake. Unfortunately, Bangalore lakes, as we see it, there are so many lakes and so many organizations to take care of the lakes. So first it's important to know which is the authority that is responsible for your lake. Once you have identified them, go and talk to them. Tell them, look, you do your work and we'll pitch in to help you. We are a group of citizens who live in that area and we would like to participate in the lake restoration. And going by our experience, frankly, the government agency is as open and as willing to help if people come forward. So it is not very difficult. We did find it difficult because we didn't know that first of all there were so many authorities for lake, and secondly that how do you go about it? I mean, how on earth is one going to restore a lake is a question for which we didn't have answers. We went around it the hard way. But again, our website gives you all the contacts and all the information you will need.
You want to add, Aarti, to this? How exactly went about rejuvenating the lake? The actual work, the job.
Once you've got the lake chosen for saving or rejuvenation or restoration, see, all lakes don't need to be restored. There are many lakes in Bangalore that are brimming with water, and all it needs is some kind of securing that the lake boundaries don't start receding by dumping of debris and dumping of garbage. So all lakes don't need to be rejuvenated. Some of them just need to be secured and saved to continue to be a lake. Once your lake has been saved or secured, if it is identified for rejuvenation, then one of the things that we can contribute towards is the plan for rejuvenation. See the ideas that the BBMP has, see if you feel it's appropriate for that particular lake. If you have ideas which might be slightly different, which you can prevail upon the BBMP to change certain plans. This is what happened with our lake. There were some ideas in the initial plan. Some of the ideas changed, some were dropped, some were added based on the inputs that we gave.
Usha, letting sewage into lakes is a big problem. Have you taken up this with the BBMP and BWSSB? I'm not talking of just Puttanhalli. It may be I'm talking of all the lakes in the city. Have you ever discussed the BBMP letting or BWSSB?
I'm afraid we have not really been able to take up the issue of letting sewage into all lakes. But yes, as far as Puttanhalli Lake is concerned, we have met the Chief Engineer BWSSB and we are in very constant touch with lower level officers, and we have managed to ensure that no sewage water comes into the lake.
What did they do? They changed the direction
They
of sewage
actually
pipes?
across the city they are laying this underground drainage pipes. So initially till that was implemented, sewage water was coming into our lake from one particular
How much sewage
point.
was coming into the lake?
Quite enough to cause us a great deal of concern, because as Aarti was saying, what do you want your lake to be? We wanted our lake to be a very secure avian habitat. So we wanted the water to teem with life. And we don't want to see dead fish on the surface, So to ensure purity of the water, we have to stop the sewage. And in any case, any lake which is receiving sewage water is going to die someday or the other. So it is not enough that you are concerned about lakes, you also have to monitor the lake in your locality to see that such contamination does not happen. There are two kinds of contamination. One is that people bring their tippers and lorries come and actually physically dump debris. The other is a more insidious way of doing it by quietly letting in your pit water into the lake, and that can really cause havoc to the life of a lake.
So you monitor regularly all these things?
Absolutely. We never thought we'll be looking into drainages and stormwater drains, but we do that.
Sometimes, Usha, citizens too are to blame. They throw garbage into the lake without, they don't bother about anything. Immersion of idols into lakes during festival is another problem. How do you handle it?
As far as immersion of idols goes, in fact last year Ganesh Chaturthi, we requested BBMP to give us an immersion tag, because we did anticipate when there is water, there is bound to be some idol waiting to be immersed. So, but BBMP said you are not one of the designated lakes, so we cannot give you that Kalyani. But nevertheless, we were on guard, my friends and I, we have 3 entrances to the lake, we were watching and generally dissuading people, please do not immerse your idol here. And it is a fact, at that point the lake was also pretty dirty. We have, at the time of rejuvenation, there were a couple of people used to throw their dead dogs into the lake, and we have ensured that it is buried there. So you don't want to think, when you are aware of how this lake has got rejuvenated, this is the story behind the rejuvenation. You don't want a devotee to unknowingly do this, like immersing an idol that they have prayed to for so many days into such dirty water. People did listen to us, and with a little bit of heartburn, and we felt so sorry about it that we decided to keep a big bucket of water, clean water, right at the entrance of the lake. And we did that at about 12:31 on day 2 of Ganesh Chaturthi immersion. By 6 o'clock, there was something like 20 idols immersed in that bucket of water. So what our gardeners, we have 2 gardeners, they were monitoring it. So any flower etc. went into our compost pile, and the idol went into this bucket of water, and the devotees left blessing us, and we said please divert all the blessings to the lake, because the lake needs all the goodwill it can get.
But immersion is a big thing in our community, whether it is Ganesh Chaturthi or Durga Puja. Where will people go to immerse then? What should we do?
I think they should go in for dissolvable clay idols, and please,
Without color?
absolutely without color, because God does not need to be such decoration to show that you are worshipping Him. In fact, I don't do any of these things. For me, God is my lake, and I think God is everybody who does good for another person.
Aarti, you are smiling. You want to add to it?
Yeah, no, I'm smiling because during the last Ganesh Chaturthi, they spent a week to clean up Sankey Tank. Of course, Sankey Tank is a much bigger area and it's a more known immersion area, but I think the government needs to take very firm steps. And if you're allowing immersion in a lake, it needs to be separated. You need to have one part of the lake probably.
They have done that in several lakes. I saw in Alsur Lake they have done
Yeah, but the thing is, just dividing it is not enough. You need to implement that at the time of the immersion, and you have to be very strict. Sometimes it might be a bit ruthless, but when rules are there, they need to be enforced. And yeah, you might say rules are meant to be broken, but in this case you need to enforce those rules, monitor it very closely, and then I'm sure it is achievable. I mean, nothing is not achievable. So the reason why I was smiling is because I saw those pictures of lorries. They needed some 3 or 4 lorries to take the flowers and the rubbish. I mean, it starts rotting after some days, and they spent huge sums of money on cleaning up that after allowing it.